day, Dawns ARKS. Welcome everyone to your Phantasy Star podcast, recorded live on March 1st, 2022. I'm your host, PrinceBrightstar. Unfortunately, Xance couldn't be here today since he is in the process of moving, but we are definitely going to be having a reaction to the new NGS Headline, which is coming up in just a few minutes here. Now, this is going to be, I'm expecting a bit of a quieter one, given what we've seen last month, which was actually sort of the big one that a lot of us have been waiting for. Not a new region release, of course, but the first time that Dark Falls had actually made his appearance. Now, we do know a little bit about what's coming up in this one from the roadmap, and let me bring that up real quick here. So, if we take a look at the roadmap here real quick, we can see that at least for this one, it's called the Spring Event, and they are going to be releasing a new urgent quest for the Spring Event, which should be interesting. Might be similar to urgent quests like Wind and Rain, as we saw in base PSO2, but it could also be a little bit different from that. We'll have to see how they decide to use the open world environment. And they are also implementing urgent quest triggers with this one. So we'll see if that means we can just simply summon Dark Falls at any time that we want to, or if that means something else. Something else to note, and if we have time after the show, we'll go a little bit more into the updates that have happened since the last headline, since well, both me and Xance have been kind of busy over the last month, so we haven't really had a chance to catch up the news. But this week, coming up, there's going to be pre-scheduled Dark Falls urgent quests, and supposedly players are going to be able to double clear those. So it's going to be a nice week to get on the game if you haven't been on for a while and you haven't actually fought Dark Falls yet. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one today. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for the NGS headline to actually pop up. Looks like they just popped up the actual stream, but we're still just a minute or two away from that here. But I will go ahead and at least bring that up. Let me see here. I get why some people might want to sacrifice a meow there, but no, the whole double Dark Falls thing was actually announced in the news that was available on the website. It was kind of you could really easily miss it if you weren't paying attention for it, but it was part of the Dark Falls campaign that had been ongoing since his stuff released. But yeah, like I said, we're just waiting for the NGS headline to pop up. I'll go ahead and switch this over now. At least this way we'll be ready to go once they start here. The stream is up at this point, so we're just waiting on them essentially here. But yeah, if I had to guess in terms of anything else that's coming out, maybe there's going to be a new feature, but we really don't have any further detail here. So it could just simply be whatever this spring event is, plus the urgent quest that's going along with that, and the triggers. I mean, of course, the different seasonal events, of course, typically run for 4 weeks. You get 2 weeks of items from Siandi, and then she'll create she'll have new items for you in the back 2 weeks as well that you can grab for the seasonal through the trading of seasonal points. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. And speaking of going,
welcome back everybody to NGS Headline.
Hello everyone, it's 9 p.m. Let's get started with NGS Headline. I'm the host of this program, Hiro Arai, the official NGS navigator, here to bring you the latest info on NGS. We saw the release of Nadara's concert and Dark Falls' appearance in February. Have you had a chance to check them out yet?
Oh yeah.
Dark Falls is about to invade in a series of pre-announced urgent quests, so gear up and join the fight.
As I was saying.
Once again, this program is to tell players about the present and future of Sega's online RPG, PSO2 New Genesis, or NGS for short, with info on current operations, future updates, campaigns, and more.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his jaw there. If he broke it or something else
This is a
happened.
pre-recorded broadcast. If you would like to watch it in Japanese, check out the Japanese NGS YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's move on to the updates you've all been waiting for.
NGS Hot Information.
Let's talk about some of the updates coming in March. First, please have a look at this video.
Alright, first video. We got a bunch of revival scratch tickets coming. Looks like a focus on some male cast stuff there, actually. And then we got the limited time spring event. Now that's happening kind of. When is this happening? I'm not sure now, because I thought I saw March 22nd there for a second. Ah, flowers around the mag this time. And if it wasn't, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it looked like for a second like that they were sort of like luau rappies. Hululu rappies, they're called, apparently. Looks like we might be getting some light-themed weapons this time. Alright, here's the new urgent quest that's coming up. So, it's not quite a mining rig. And yeah, it's light themed for the weapons this time. There's also a limited time special scratch ticket, so now is this going to require a different kind of scratch ticket? That's my question for that one. And you can get new weapon camos and rare items from the past, apparently. So yeah, I'm seeing like a double saber. I think that was a stag type, if I remember correctly. Oh, and you can get kind of a Dark Falls cloud there. I think that was as an emote. Oh, and you got Rigo outfits for the Bright Eminence AC Scratch. Kind of similar to Crawford's. Not too much is actually catching my eye from this one. Oh, a stylish jump and wing spread for your new glide and dash.
So what did you think? Let's walk through the updates with these slides. First up, we have this. As previously mentioned, starting March 2nd, we will be releasing 2 Revival AC scratch tickets containing PSO2 spec cast parts, as well as a Revival AC scratch ticket with accessories only.
Okay,
These
so it looks
tickets
like this
will
is
feature
just
popular
PSO
items
spec,
from the past
PSO2 spec
and
only, not
in-game staples too.
NGS
So
spec.
make sure to check them out. As for the actual prizes in these Revival scratch tickets, please keep in mind that items you couldn't sell in your PSO2 personal shop will not be sellable in the NGS personal shop as well. Rest assured, however, that you will be able to exchange them at the NGS item recycle. Our spring event will be starting on March 9th. Central City, as well as the fields of Aelio and Retum, will get a beautiful spring makeover. This time around, the mischief symbols won't be appearing throughout Central City, but rather in various parts of the Aelio and Retum fields.
Now
Your
that's a
mag's
nice
active
change.
sonar will react to mischief symbols scattered throughout the open fields. Make sure to keep an eye on your trusty mag while you stroll through the serene spring fields in search of mischief symbols. Throughout your adventures, you may also encounter the Hululu Rappy, who will be decked out in blooming flowers. Citra will take on the role of your helpful guide during this spring event. She is a cheerful
not
girl
Sandy
working
this
as
time,
part
okay.
of the ARKS supply support staff. Starting with this event, there will no longer be a cap on the amount of seasonal points you can earn.
Oh,
Now,
finally!
nothing can
Finally,
stop
no
you
cap!
from racking up those points. You can spend these points in Citra's exchange shop on mag forms, stamps, accessories, and a new color variant of the motion change dash standard.
So now you can just grind
special
away on the
booster
seasonal
called
points if you want
Balloony
to.
Mix, which can increase the amount of seasonal points you get, will also be available. If you want to really rack up those points, give this booster a shot. You can also exchange your seasonal points for battle triggers and special scratch tickets exclusive to the spring event. But
Battle
more on
triggers.
that later.
Okay, so that would probably be for the new
Next,
urgent quest
we
then.
have a big change coming this event. You'll be able to take on a special limited time urgent quest. Don't miss your chance to take on this special spring-themed quest. This limited time urgent quest is only available during the event period, but you can start it whenever you'd like at the dedicated trigger portal after collecting 5 special battle triggers, also only available during this event. These battle triggers can be obtained from the seasonal points exchange shop introduced earlier, and might also drop from enemies with seasonal symbols. The new
Okay.
5-star rarity Lumiere Elemental Weapon Series, which you can get by exchanging points or as drops, has a light attribute. Enemies with season symbols will be weak to light, so using a weapon from the Lumiere series will give you a strategic edge. In addition,
So then it looks like we
after
won't be able
earning a
to
certain
like
number
summon
of
Dark
points,
Falls at will.
you
It's
can
just going to
complete
be
a
the
title task
the
exclusive
spring
to
urgent
the
quest
spring
only
event.
then.
As a reward, you will get the Lumiere Almaty Weapon Camo, which allows you to change the appearance of your weapons to resemble the Lumiere series. We also have an event-exclusive special scratch ticket in store for you, separate from the special scratch ticket currently available. Both the spring event's urgent quests and trigger quests will drop these scratch tickets, so make sure to take on these quests and play the special scratch tickets as you go. The prizes will include SG tickets and color change passes, as well as weapon camo from Aelio and the popular Night Blossom series from PSO2. So enjoy the event and get your hands on these scratch ticket prizes.
Definitely sounds like a good mix of stuff in there.
Some of these items will be added to the regular lineup of special scratch ticket prizes after the event ends.
Ah,
So you'll still have a chance if you miss them. However, they will be more difficult to get, so try and get them during this event.
well, at least until you max out
The new AC
one of the
scratch
rounds
ticket,
on that,
Bright Eminence,
and then you can
will
just
feature
pick it.
regal outfits fit for royalty, as well as coats, dolly-style clothes, and accessories. A new version of the heart pose emote will be available too, so make sure to check that out. And that's what's coming in the beginning of March. Next up is what you can expect later on in March. First, please take a look at this video.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you there, Betsugen. Not much is really catching my eye, but let's see what they got in this. Actually, this is the Star Gem scratch, it looks like, so... Alright, so this is from the item remake survey. And that's actually nice that they threw these into the Star Gem scratch and not the AC scratch. New hand poses? And we got a new mission pass. Some more glides there. Flappy Clan? Anybody seeing any new Type 1 cast stuff? Oh, that's an interesting new emote there. Some new idle stuff. Kite for the glide. And then March 30th is when we got the Revival scratch tickets. You got the swinging rope. Did we ever get the dice roll in the global version before? I can't remember.
Now, let's go over this info with these slides. There will be an SG Scratch Ticket update on March 16th, and some of the highest ranked outfits from a previous survey regarding item remakes will be added as new prizes in NGS specs. One example would be the brooch on the bunny suit, which was part of a popular outfit in the PSO2 version that we remade as a sticker accessory. This is our first sticker accessory and will undoubtedly push the limits of character customization.
Okay, so yeah, that actually could be interesting for players to use.
The
as
cat
a way to get
hand pose
stickers on
will be making an
their
appearance
characters.
as a scratch count bonus prize as well. Many of the items added this time, with a few exceptions, will only be available until the following update, so don't miss out. Next,
I
we
guess
have
the question
Season
is, are you
6
going to be
of
able to
Mission
set
Pass.
independent stickers on multiple accessories?
The new mag form, Flower Bell, was created to resemble a flower sprite. Also, starting with this mission pass, a new SG Scratch Ticket prize slip will be added to the gold rewards. Take your pick from the SG Scratch Ticket refined form, which will
Oh,
be
that's a
available
nice
at the same
that's a
time.
nice reward for the mission pass.
The gold rewards for the mission pass will only be available for premium set or N mission pass gold users. Make sure you activate your gold rewards to get the SG Scratch Ticket prize slips. Starting March 23rd, the second half of the spring event will kick into gear, with additional limited time tasks. New accessories and SG tickets will be added to the seasonal points exchange shop, plus a new color variant of the Glide Standard motion change. The new AC Scratch Ticket, Flappy Clan, features a lineup of oversized outerwear and school uniform-inspired outfits. In addition to items that change idle motions and the like, we'll also be introducing new emotes like side-scrolling shooting, so be sure to check them out.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun emote
Starting
there.
March 30th, for 2 weeks, we'll be offering 3 Revival AC Scratch Tickets, featuring items originally released in PSO2. Check out Accessory Memories 2 for the finishing touch to your outfits. Get a makeover from Hairstyle Memories, and find new ways to express yourself with Emote Memories. These tickets will take your character to the next level. That's all the update info for the rest of March.
Those
Next,
emote
we'll be sharing what's in
memories are
store
probably going to
for
be
April
pretty
6th.
expensive, I would say, on
First,
the market.
take a quick look at the following trailer.
Alright, what do we got here? Ah, preview of the April update. So, new actions and level cap rising. Up to 45. Relentless Cleave. Huh. And Hellish Fall. Now, I hope we're getting more than one photon art. Revolt Aim. And then Divine Impact. So is that the same one from Base Pistol 2? And then Infinite Ricochet. Raving Falcon, that looks a little familiar. And they're also bringing out new compound techniques. So, Fulmiglion, Ferenzion, and Zendion. And they are, of course, bringing out new ranks for all Retem areas. PSC Burst Encore. So does that mean you can, like, instantly re-trigger a PSC Burst? And you can get a Motion Glide Dive color variant from the Battle Via Purple Rank 2. Oh, the price of those are going to skyrocket now. All Gigantics raised to level 49. And a new Dawns weapon series. Now that's the ARKS I know. Where they just take stuff from whatever they fight and they create new weapons out of it. Alright, so recruitment tools, set your own photo room, choose the weather and time without worrying about enemies. Create your own mag jukebox playlist. And set when the songs start and end. And there's also a new streamer mode. Let's see. And it looks like that's about it for the update.
Next,
Yeah, some of it was kind of like
go back
Amadeus
to our
Dragons.
slides. The April 6th
Yeah,
update
the
will bring
new,
new
weapon
actions to
types, I
photon
mean.
arts and compound techniques. One new photon art will be added to most weapons, increasing the ways you can fight and overcome your weapon's shortcomings.
It did seem like the Hunter one would kind of be a way to chase from a distance just by getting a big impact attack there.
Techniques. These are powerful class skills.
Hunter's sword, I mean.
Consuming a special power gauge. At the same time, we will be raising the level cap to 45. So level up and try out these new actions in the new high rank sectors. When we previously presented our roadmap, we announced that new photon arts and techniques would be released in a May update. But due to various development priority changes, we've decided to bump this up to April. Also, we simply referred to them as techniques in the original roadmap, but they can be more accurately referred to as compound techniques. We apologize for any misunderstanding caused by our phrasing that may have led players to think these were regular techniques being added to each elemental type.
No problem. Show us the new roadmap.
For the same reason, new urgent quests in the Retum region scheduled to release in April have been postponed to May.
Yeah, I'd
Will
say
be updated on the
combat,
official
just
website
regular
at a
combat,
later
is
date.
probably more important for an update.
Along with the new level cap increase, new high-ranked sectors will be added to the Retum Alnath combat sector, the 2 Retum urgent quests, and Retum's Battle Dia Purple. In Retum's rank 3 combat sectors, at the end of any PSE burst, there is a chance that a second PSE burst, called a PSE Burst Encore, will occur.
Yeah, the urgent quest trigger was in the
You can also
first part
collect
of March.
fragments and photon scales in Retum's rank 2 urgent quests, just
Actually,
like
that
you can
glide
in
dive
Ancelia
actually
rank
seems
2
like a
urgent
pretty
quest.
nice one for anybody with the wild
Don't
motions
forget
to
to grab
use.
the Retum versions of 5-star rarity weapon camo, such as the Gothica and
It still keeps your
Fibula
character
series while you're
horizontal
there.
at that point.
The rank 2 for Retum's Battle Dia Purple will feature a new color variant of Glide Dive Motion Change, which was a past AC scratch ticket count bonus prize. In Retum's high-rank sectors, where
guess I'll be
enemies
running
level
that a lot.
40 or higher reside, you will be able to take on new trials where you must defeat equalizing enemies. These enemies are characterized by their equalizer parts, which strengthen the attack and defense of the enemies around them. The equalizer, unlike enhanced enemy parts, cannot be destroyed, so there is no way to stop it from enhancing other enemies without defeating the equalizing enemy itself.
Alright, so we're finally getting in
Just like with Megalopolis,
equalized enemies, which
defeating
is
them
similar
will
to
reward you with large
actually
amounts of
things we've
Meseta
seen back in
and
Phantasy
the
Star
occasional
Universe in the
arms
past.
refiner drop. What's more, all Gigantics will be raised to level 49 to go along with the player's level cap raise. Photon scales will also be dropped from now on, so please use them to enhance your equipment.
They're dropping photon scales from the Gigantics now. Okay.
Additionally, Dolls in both Alio and Retum level 31 and above will drop the Dolls-themed Kukurosiat weapon series. In
Kukurosiat.
both combat and exploration sectors,
Interesting
various
name.
dolls will drop weapons unique to their enemy type. So you can collect different categories of drops depending on which region
Yeah,
you
leader
explore.
enemies. Or buffed enemies.
Although their basic
They
stats
either had like
are
a
not
sword
on
or a
par with the
shield or a
Cinquem
crown
or
above them
Relic
in their name.
These weapons boast powerful potential that will come in handy during the high difficulty quests coming in the second half of April. The Kukurosiat series requires the same materials for unlocking potentials as standard 5-star weapons and thus will not require photon scales. Get your hands on the Kukurosiat series and prepare to take on some high-level quests.
No mention that
Variety of
those are
added
dark-themed
features
weapons,
and
though.
enhancements are planned for the April 6th update. One new feature will allow you to recruit party members from within one of the ARKS bases or out in the open field. Party leaders
Okay.
or sub-leaders in different rooms from the party leader will be able to recruit party members by setting the purpose of recruitment, conditions to join, and add other comments. Players who want to join a party can find and join nearby recruiting ARKS. This feature will replace the PSO2 Party Maker, but you will be able to join a party even after a quest has been started, making this the ideal party recruitment feature for the NGS open field.
That's a really nice thing to have coming here. But again, this is in April.
You will be able to set up rooms with keywords as dedicated photo rooms. Enemies and certain objects will not appear in photo rooms, but the party leader or sub-party leader can change the weather and the time of the field. The weather and time settings can be changed via the main menu or through chat commands. Also, the recently implemented Mag Jukebox will now have a playlist function with the ability to specify when to start, end the song for all but a few songs.
Now, I am curious
A
about the
maximum of
photo
32
room
songs
function
can be
if
registered to each playlist.
if you're able to generate
After
any
registering
enemies in
them
there if
to a
you wanted
playlist,
to.
You can change the melody of some
Just to have
and
like a
specify
combat
the
scene.
number of loops for others.
Or if you just
All
want to go out
users will
hunting and
have
you don't
one
want to have to
playlist.
deal with the weather and just want a nice
But
clear day or
premium
something
set
like that.
users can enjoy 4 additional playlists.
I know, I'm going to be using that as a tool to find things in different areas as we keep going.
Furthermore, we're making it easier to tell at a glance whether you can change the color of your base wear, outerwear, and other outfits in the salon. You will also be able to see which outfits have been changed, making color changes much easier to manage than before. Additionally, you will have the option to configure certain NGS basewear and setwear so that you can choose whether or not it hides your innerwear, with certain exceptions. These settings can be changed both in and out of the salon. After the update, innerwear will be displayed by default, so please head to the salon and set your innerwear to hide if you want to hide your innerwear again.
Good to see them bring an option out
A
for that.
variety of options and expansions of useful features are also being planned for the April 6th update. First, the stamp display options will be expanded to allow you to configure whether or not you want to only see the stamp on your screen or in the chat log. You can also select a streamer mode option, which is optimal for live streaming.
This is going to be a really nice thing for me.
Turning on streamer mode will automatically hide symbol art, chats, logs, and all other information at once. Turn this mode off to return everything to default. This is a great feature that allows players who are streaming or recording gameplay to hide all chat-related UI quickly and easily.
And now I'm just not going to have to
We
remember
hope that
all the different
creators
settings
out there take advantage of these features and
to
continue
turn
to
it all
make
off
more and more
on.
NGS-related videos. Next, we're expanding the display rare drop animation settings. By dividing the categories into weapon, armor, and other items, you can now set items and rarity level you want displayed when dropped.
They're probably going to change that dummy
To go
text
with this,
before they release
the rarity
this.
of battle triggers
I'm
will
just
be
looking at the
changed to 4
screenshot there.
stars, so it will be easier to see when a battle trigger is dropped. Furthermore, the recently implemented View Preset Skill Market Prices feature will now also include the ability to search for augments. You will still be able to just filter your search to preset skills as before, and can now narrow your search results down to augments only, or search for preset skills and augments simultaneously. That's all for today's update information. Now it's time for the next segment.
Alright, so some decent stuff coming up here. Again, nothing too huge in all this, but we'll see. What's coming up in the
this
second
segment,
part of April, of course.
NGS Operation Report. Hiro Arai
but that'll be for
selects
next time.
some of your feedback and questions for the dev and live ops teams, and bring you their answers. Here's the first question. Leveling up more than 2 classes is time-consuming because I've already completed the main tasks and most of the side tasks, and therefore can't get EXP from them. Are there any plans to address this? Here is their response. We plan to update Lee May's repeatable tasks in the April 6th maintenance to lower the difficulty of some tasks, change them from weekly to daily, and increase the amount of EXP rewarded depending on the player's class level. We're also working on other adjustments so players can earn more EXP, so hold on a little bit longer.
Good changes overall. Getting dailies would be really nice.
That was their answer. Looks like we'll be able to enjoy playing multiple classes more easily in the future. Let's move on to the next one.
And of course, don't forget you can
We'd
always
like to
boost
be able to
via
replay
just
story
the
cutscenes.
regular dailies already in there.
Here's what they said. There are plans to implement a system where players can enjoy the story quests and cutscenes they've completed again. We ask for
So
your
not just
patience
the
while we
not
work
just
on
only the
making this
scenes,
happen.
but
That was
the
their
entire
answer.
quest. Okay.
It's good to know that we'll be able to replay event scenes skipped by accident. I also think it's exciting that we'll be able to play story quests again with different classes or weapons than the first time we completed them. On to the next one. Please let us feed gathering material to region mags and have it count towards our tasks, even when the boost effects are already maximized. Here is their answer. We've received similar feedback from many players and want to address it. A specification change is in the works and will allow you to feed them even after they're full. We appreciate your patience while we prepare this feature.
This will
That was
be
their
nice if the date had just crossed
I'm
over
personally looking forward to
and
this
your
one.
dailies have reset. But you can't feed the mag
Next up,
yet.
we have this. Remodeled versions of PSO2 outfits and cast parts should be easier to make than brand new items. So please produce more remakes and increase the overall amount of items. Here is their response to this request. While we wouldn't need to make new designs, the 3D modeling process is significantly different from PSO2, and therefore development would still take a lot of time. In some cases, final adjustments may take more time than it would for new items, so that they look the same way in NGS as they do in PSO2.
That's fair.
Cast Type 1 head parts are the only ones that share similar specs to those in PSO2 and have many assets we can reuse. So we expect the modeling process for these items can be significantly simplified. That was their answer. Unfortunately, it seems that producing more remakes will not substantially increase the volume of releases. But since we've received so many requests for remodels, They plan to continue releasing them periodically. That's all for the Q&A today. Moving forward, I will continue to select and bring your questions and feedback to the dev and live ops teams and share their answers with you. Please also let us know your thoughts about this show and the game with the hashtag NGS Headline on Twitter and other platforms. Moving on to the next segment.
NGS Satellite Information.
Now, let's talk about some campaigns coming up in NGS.
I guess they're just not addressing the story feedback at this time.
First, let's talk about this. Spring Fiesta begins on Wednesday, March 9th. Save your materials for the enhancement boost coming in the Enhance Your Gear campaign, and get ready to take on
If they are going to address it, they may hold off until just before
Fiesta.
the next region comes out.
We'll see spring-themed world trials in the second half, as well as various campaigns that make it easier for players to take on certain quests. For example, there will be convenient pre-announced urgent quests and a campaign to support players who want to challenge Battle Dia Purple. Enhance your gear during the first half to make the most of the opportunities in the second.
That Battle Dia challenge will be useful for anybody trying to get those motions.
PSO2 will celebrate
or trying to
its
get
10th
the glide
anniversary
motion.
since it launched in Japan. We're holding a Rapid Design contest starting on Tuesday, March 1st. Send us your original design of PSO2's cutest mascot for this contest.
That'll be fun to see who to see what we get as the
Winning
winner.
entry will be implemented as an in-game enemy. This could be your chance to meet your dream Rappy in Halfa. We can't wait to see what beautiful designs hatch from this contest. The Use AC Get Items campaign will start on Wednesday, March 9th. Get your hands on various items when you spend 500 AC or more during the campaign period. You don't want to miss it. That wraps up this NGS headline. We enjoy seeing your feedback as it contributes to the improvement of NGS and this show. So please share your thoughts and support using the hashtag NGS Headline. I
Alright,
wish
so
to
it looks
serve
like they're
as a
wrapping up
bridge
here.
connecting you with the dev team so that we can all make NGS a more fun and exciting game. I want to thank all ARKS for being a part of this journey. The next NGS headline will be on Tuesday, April 5th, and we'll mainly be focusing on the updates for the latter part of April. What's more, I might be able to share info on the major update coming in June. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, a preview of the new region? That'd be nice.
Last but not least, please like and subscribe. Now then, ARKS, I'll see you in the next NGS headline.
Thanks for watching here on Tuesday night. I'll see you on next NGS Headline. Bye-bye.
Alright, so kind of as was expected, not too much happening for the March one, but of course we are still going to get some decent stuff out of that with the introduction of the first seasonally themed urgent quest. But we'll have to see what else comes from that. Anything going on over here? Doesn't seem like it. This is the Japanese stream. Looks like they ended at the same time, so let me just back this up real quick here, just to see if there's anything else in their satellite information here that came up. But let's see, those are the campaigns, and then there's the Rapid Design contest, and that's it. I'm kind of surprised. Typically, they have something from Line and such in here, or BitPay, or some of their the ways that you can get AC over there in that version. So I'm actually kind of surprised by that, but okay. Yeah, so I guess let's go ahead and flip back over to here then. So yeah, definitely got a lot of stuff coming up in the future, but of course, you know, a lot of those new features are going to be coming in April with the level increase. That seems like the bigger set of changes that are coming. But of course, in March, we do also have the new urgent quests, which the really big thing I think here is the fact that you're no longer capped on your seasonal points, and they kind of had to do that if the only way to get into this urgent quest is to buy those triggers. We'll have to see if that's actually the case, or if you can still get in through the normal method of just waiting around until an urgent quest pops. We'll find out about that soon enough, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's just take a brief moment just to catch up on what happened in February here, just because, as I mentioned before, there really wasn't much of an opportunity for me and Sans to get together and actually cover some of that. So let me bring this up. Hopefully it locks onto the right window here. Let's see. And oh, hey, Zance, you shouldn't be there. Yep, it did lock onto the right one. Okay. So we got the new side story, of course. Level cap went up to 40. The new high rank Alio region stuff came out. Of course, we got the increased difficulty for urgent quests and Battle D and Alio. All that did help to hold players over until Dark Falls did come out. Dark Falls, of course, I found was a very good fight, and something I noticed on like the Reddit and such is a lot of people, and even in some of the comments I got on my videos, is a lot of people were saying the music for that, especially in the second part of the fight, was really good, and I definitely agree. It was something that was kind of. I guess the player base had kind of been waiting for that. And typically when a Dark Falls comes around is usually when a game has sort of started to make that turning point when a Phantasy Star starts to get good. And that's been sort of how it's been ever since Phantasy Star Universe. Phantasy Star Universe, you know, a lot of... There was some bit of an audience there, but then after Dark Falls came out, then you started to get some of the cooler content, like the oh, what were they called again? The special missions that could pop up after you clear a mission, taking you to the retro areas in PSO, and then of course in PSO2, the coming of Dark Falls. In that case, Dark Falls Elder then led to his own urgent quest, and then the story really started to take off from there. And now we'll see if the same trend holds now for PSO2 New Genesis here. Of course, we had new AC scratches. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. We had new AC scratches, update to the Diva of the Desert Stargem scratch. Yeah, so that's just a brief overview. Going into some of the stuff here real quick. Bug fixes. They fixed a bug in the NGS main story where players were trying to skip through the main story and experienced a 630 bug. Unfortunately, there's also still another 630 bug going on, if I understand correctly, so not all of those are necessarily fixed at this point, but at least that one was. There's also... they also gave an update regarding the Title Task Stellar Grace Recovery Specialist. And they mentioned that only Stellar Grace collected during the regular world trial will be counted towards the task, and not the seasonal ones. So just keep that in mind if you haven't gotten that yet. Some items are becoming unlocked while configuring loadouts, so be aware of that. There's also an issue where Renesratem's tail may not be displayed. Of course, that could prevent you from being able to take out the boss properly. Then we got the actual update on February 9th, where all the combat sectors got updated, although we had to wait a bit for... well, not all of them got updated. You did have to wait a week for Vanford, and then a week for Rizol. You also got the urgent quest updated. and Alio Devastator is updated for rank 2. New mission pass, all that sort of stuff came out at that point. Like I said, we're kind of talking about past news here, so I'm just trying to catch that up real quick here, but I don't want to spend too much time on this here. They did make an announcement saying that the online manual had been updated. They did bring out the Mag Jukebox Celebration campaign. That is technically still going on into next week, so you'll be able to still pick up your items if you haven't done that yet. Of course, there was a premium purchase set. This is still going on until the end of next week, so if you purchase a 30-day, you'll get an N augmentation success rate plus 15%, and then if you get the 90-day, you'll get a wrappy hair ornament, an N color change pass, and an N augmentation success rate. And then you've got the Darkfall Suppression Support campaign. That is also going on until the end of next week. So you're able to get yourself some photon scales and arms refiners from this. There's also a party play campaign that gives you an N augmentation success rate plus 10% and a 50-star gem ticket. There's also the Darkfall Suppression Support login bonus, again going until the end of next week. So day 1 you get 10 star gems, day 2 you get 3 of the N enhancement success rate plus 10%, day 3 an N augmentation success rate plus 10%, day 4 20 star gems, day 5 an enhancement success rate plus 20%, day 6 an N augmentation success rate plus 10%, and on day number 7 30 star gems. And then here is what I mentioned at the top of the show, the pre-announced Urgent Quest Dark Falls Interception. They are planning a campaign where you can complete Urgent Quest twice, as well as having limited time tasks where you can earn rewards depending upon how many times you complete them during a set period. So yeah, if you take out Dark Falls before the time runs out, get back in there and take them out again. It'll definitely help you at least work towards completion of the different titles that are available for taking out Dark Falls. Of course, there was the new AC Scratch Sugary Sweets. We're not going to watch the video on this, we'll just go real quick through this here. You got the Heart Pose and the Tea Time, as well as the Ruffle Collar and the Chocolate Apron. And then they also recommended the Cutesy Patissiere and the Te Amo Rosalie. Let's see. Of course, a bunch of known issue announcements, but of course, you can always go over to support and known issues for those as well if you're curious as to what's active and what might be resolved at this point. Let's see. And then they did make some specification changes with this update here. The title name reward for the task, or for the title task, PSE Burst Observer 5 will be Highlight, and the title name reward for the title task, Renus Vera Suppressor number 1 will be Ore. Yeah, Rooks, we can probably make plans to set that up whenever they release the list of when these urgent quests are happening. Also, and I'm not quite sure why they're calling this one out, a bug with Type 1 head parts, where if one uses a PSO2 face option while wearing an NGS cast part, the name of the head part will be displayed as number 00000. Alright, so there was also a bug where players were unable to use the registered Retem Valks 2. And they said that the registration information for that would be revised based on the registration status before and after the scheduled maintenance, and Retem Cervica, which became available for use during this bug, will be made unavailable again. Okay. And then, looking at the limited time task, Fighting with a Party 2 completion phenomenon, So this is actually something we've seen before, where you were able to complete certain tasks without actually being in a party. You just had to say something in party chat, which you can do at any time. So we'll see if they get that fixed this time around. There's also a known issue where a notification may be displayed stating that the booster effect has ended while the effect is still active. And they're working to fix that. It's just a visual bug, though. Of course, in February, we did have Ultra PSO2 Day. One for the regular players and one for players with Premium. And each of those lasted for quite a while, 4 days in total. So, yeah, or actually 4.5 days, it looks like. But players were able to experience those boosts, including a 20% EXP earn boost, as well as a 50% rare drop rate boost. And then, of course, on the 16th, Dark Falls came out. That was the big one for that, along with the Cinquem weapon series. You did get some updates to the SG scratch ticket, though. You got the Prima Grazio, the Turno UC series, as well as the Ritem Cervica baseware. And then also, you got a bunch of new hairstyles, as well as accessories with that as well. And of course, with Dark Falls, you also got a new augmentation capsule, which I'm not sure how many players are actually going to be using that versus just a pure attack stat one. Again, we already took a look at some of the Star Gem. Although the Nadra Concert emotes, those are kind of fun if you happen to lock into those. Once again, they talked about new known issues. This is a big one here. If you were expecting to be able to purchase an Intel processor into next year and get the special emote, actually, no, the campaign has ended early. It ended as of January 1st, 2022. So that is no longer available. Let's see here. And then, of course, they were doing some special bonuses during the Ultra PSO2 Day. The Ultra Special set, you would be able to get a material storage 30 days, an extended storage 1 for 30 days, and an N rare drop rate of plus 50% for 24 hours. So that was one. And then with that, you also got a bonus Diva of the Desert Star Gem scratch ticket as well. But I gotta say, the bonus attack ones that they brought out, why would you get these? The bonuses are like completely useless. You get a Might 3 and a Stamina 3, and while they have a 100% success rate, you can already get that just through the regular capsules. Why would you get that? It just doesn't make any sense, unfortunately, and it honestly, it kind of treats the player base as if they're kind of stupid in a way to think that anybody would purchase those. So, yeah, that's just not a good one here. Moving on to what happened on the 22nd, of course, you had the Rizal sector released with the new ranks. And then you got the Smart Military AC Scratch. You got the Sterilidia, the Star Krieger, Krolik series cast parts, and the Ruka series cast parts. That one's kind of fun because you got the giant hands, and your weapons don't exactly fit where they normally would with those. And then you got the Arrow Pattern Adorable set wear. New hairstyles and new accessories with that, of course, as well. And then this past week, players were also running the World Trial Stellar Grace Recovery Operation. So there were 3 of those, so I hope everybody was able to lock in and get all the free Star Gems that came with that, so you could get some free spins in the Star Gem Scratch, or whatever you're going to use those for. Maybe you're going to use them for material storage instead. And of course, once again, the updated, the new AC scratch here, where you got the Dance 66 and the aerial battle emotes. You could also get a mechanized suit teeth 2, which basically was a body paint that you could put on yourself. Let's see. So there was a bug where some salon items became available without using the items ticket. That was fixed on the 22nd. They go into some of the bug information in some of these posts. There's also currently a game made disconnect, which I made mention to before earlier in the show. They're still working on this one, which hopefully they'll be able to get that figured out for most cases, because I'm not sure if they're talking about a specific instance of this, or if they're talking about sort of the long-standing one that has been ongoing since base PSO2. I guess we'll see. And of course, we've got a PSO2 day going on today, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so in about 11 hours from now. And that will then go to 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the 3rd. So make sure to lock into those boosts with the experience earned plus 10% and the rare drop rate plus 25%. That's pretty much it for even the updates that we that happened in this past month here. So we still got some campaigns going on until the seasonal event starts, the spring seasonal event, and then it's just going to be a question of how do you first get into those urgent quests? Are you able to wait until the urgent quest notification comes up, or can you only get in through the triggers? That's the first question. And then of course, then we've just got to get through that, and then we'll be on to April when we get the new photon arts and everything else like that. So, looking forward to all that. But with that pretty much takes us to the end of the show here. I don't think there's too much else that we really need to recover from the broadcast earlier. So, with all that said, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. Again, Zance couldn't be here. But we will catch you next time. Have a good one.